Our warm up too. We've got a lot of strong lifts coming at you today. Our exercises are going to involve weights. So if you have dumbbells or even just something that you can use as a weight that you can lift, and then taking those arms out wide and across the chest. But we'll be doing a really good warm up to warm up those joints, to get you ready, especially if you're lifting heavy weights. Kelly's got her barbell set up, so I'm a little jealous. Wish I had that too. Let's take it into some squats. I'm trying to get low into that squat, bending those knees, dropping those hips down, trying to get those legs down to parallel, coming up, standing up nice and tall. And ramping up that intensity. Let's hop those feet out wide and then in with our squats. Out wide and in. Now, you can also step it out into that squat and step it in. As we're hopping out into that squat, reach it down to the floor so you really sink low into that squat.
Ryan, I have a bad feeling about this. My legs are like already burnished.
Yeah. Now like you're jumping rope. Or if you have a jump rope, go ahead and grab it. Both feet hopping. Right foot only. Left foot. Alternating left, right, left, right. High knees. You can keep that jump rope, just get those knees up. Now you can toss that jump rope off to the side. Let's take it to butt kickers. So kicking those heels up and back. To jumping jacks. Keep that wide stance, arms out wide, old school windmills, dropping that hand down to the opposite toe and alternating side to side. Now let's reach down to the middle, walk those hands out, and back. So we're doing our walkout. You can keep that wide stance. Tight abs, tight core. And let's get 2 more of those walkouts. And then with our back on the mat, we're going to get into a bridge position and we're going to walk our feet out as far as we can and then back, keeping that good bridge, keeping those hips lifted. So your bridge position, you have your back on the mat, playing those feet down firm, pressure on those heels, lift those hips up, walk those feet out as far as you can, and then back and up into that bridge. Let's get 2 more of those walkouts, and then we're gonna add in a march, and we're gonna wrap and pull towards our chest. So keeping that bridge, march, pull that knee towards your chest, alternating hips up, staying in that bridge. And let's get 2 more of those knee pulls towards our chest. And then let's hop up. Now if you have a bench, a stable chair, a stair, something that you can step up on, alternating step ups. If you don't have anything to step on, step it out down into a lunge, alternating those lunges. Let's get 4 more of those step ups and then grab a weight. With our weight, we're going into a halo, bringing that weight around the head, making a circle. Now I'm switching mine left and right. You can keep one direction, do 5 one way, 5 the other way. Grab that second weight. We've got a front shoulder raise, a lateral shoulder raise, alternating 5 front, 5 to the side. Then we have 10 high pulls with a little hinge, bringing those weights up, shoulder height, elbows up nice and high. Try to squeeze those shoulder blades back. 10 of those high pulls. Once you knock out those 10 high pulls, let's take it to high kicks. Alternating those high kicks. Let's get 4 more of those high kicks. Then stretch it down to those hamstrings. Try to touch those toes down into your squat and up. Try to extend those hamstrings. Drop it down into your squat. Lift those hips up. And let's get 4 more of that squat to hamstring stretch. Now let's do a hip opener stretch, bringing our knee up and rotating out. And I want you to continue with this dynamic stretch. I'll go over our exercises. So for our first series of exercises, we've got 12 deadlifts. So here we're hinging, pushing those hips back, just a slight bend at the knee. Try to keep a nice flat back, cooling up, staying up nice and tall. So we'll have 12 of those. Then we're going to have 10 high hang cleans. So we're keeping those weights higher, just a little bit lower than your waist, but use your hips to fling those weights up to your shoulder, landing in a partial squat, standing up. Make sure you reset here to here. 10 of those. Then we have 8 push jerks. So kind of like a push press. We're going to go down a little bit, get that momentum, press those weights up, but again, we're landing in a partial squat and then coming up. Weights at those hips. So we're using that momentum, press up, and then stand up. We'll have 8 of those. 12, 10, 8. Also, every minute on the minute, we've got 5 burpees. We're doing 5 rounds of this. So grab the weight that you're going to be using for that deadlift. We're going to start round 1 in 3, 2, 1, go. 12 deadlifts. Try to choose the heaviest weights you can here. Should be feeling those hamstrings. Try to go till you feel that resistance, that stretch. Then those 10 high hang cleans, keeping those weights high. Then those 8 push jerks. That's a minute. Everyone owes 5 burpees. Now we're picking up right where we left off. I was in the middle of those push jerks. Right back to where you left off. So round one, done. Now you're gonna keep going to those deadlifts, 12 deadlifts. That's another minute. Everyone knows 5 burpees. Let's go. And then right back where you left off. I was in the middle of those deadlifts, right back to it. Keep going, keep going. That's another minute. 5 more burpees, let's go. I gotta go back to my high hand cleans. Have a few more left. And to the push jerk. Make sure to lock it out. So if you knocked out that round, keep going. 2 rounds down. On to that 3rd round, keep going.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, Erin has a question about her lower back hurting when she does the deadlifts. Is there an alternative?
Yeah, if you need an alternative, you can go into a sumo stance and do a squat, sumo squat. So if you're using your weight, wide stance, down into a squat, that should keep you more vertical. Focus on lowering those hips down.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
That's another minute. 5 burpees. Now right back to where you left off. That's another minute. 5 more burpees. Right back to where you left off. Let's go. Keep going, keep going. I'm on to round 4. Now, if you finish up round 5, you've got a burpee burnout. We're getting into our burpees. We're going to continue on until everyone is done. That's another minute, 5 burpees. Right back to where you left off. All right, I'm on to my 5th round. Another minute has gone by. You owe another 5 burpees. Let's go. And remember, if you finish up this 5th round, you've got your burpee burnout. Burpees until everyone's done. If you're still working on your round, 5 burpees, because that minute's up. Go. Or continue on with that burpee burnout. If you're still working on that round, you owe 5 burpees. Go. Hey, if you're still working, finish up strong. Finish up strong. If not, we still have our burpee burnout. Do we have anyone still working? Still working on those exercises? Or did we all finish up? All right, I think we have everyone done. Awesome job, boot camp crew. Woo! Well earned, well deserved water break. So we'll take 90 seconds here for a water break, for a recovery period. Try to control your breathing. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Control your breathing. Yeah, what's important with those deadlifts, you want to have a nice strong base, having your feet about shoulder width apart, and as you're going into that deadlift, you're pushing those hips back, trying to maintain a nice flat back, lowering down. Those arms are just nice and relaxed, but have to keep a brace across the core. That's going to help reduce any of that tension on the low back. And as you're pulling up, you want to start by thrusting those hips forward and making those hips do the work. So that's a good posterior movement. You shouldn't be having a whole lot of lifting with the low back. So if you're starting to round like this, and then as you're lifting up too much with that low back. So with those weights, you want to try to keep a straight line with that pull, a nice strong vertical motion, and as you're standing up strong, tightening up the glutes, the hamstrings, and again the core.
Awesome, thank you. That's really helpful.
The other thing too to look at, Aaron, is how close the weights are to your legs. It was really hard because his camera was offset, but if your arms are like out far, then you're gonna feel it a lot more in your low back. So like ideally you want your arms like as close to your legs as possible.
Okay.
How much your low back actually has to work as well.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
So for our next round of exercises, we've got two. We're going to do a ladder series. An up ladder, we're going to start with 1 repetition of each. We're going to be doing a snatch. So we're going to have that weight out in front, feet about shoulder width or just a little bit wider. One arm, we're lifting straight up overhead, standing up nice and tall. We're going to bring it down, alternate. So 1 per side. Then we're going to our Frogger sit-up. We have the bottoms of our feet together, knees out wide, reach those arms overhead, come up, try to touch those toes. So that's 1. And then with our ladder, we're adding, so then the next round will be 2. You can keep alternating. We're doing 2 per side, then 2 of those sit-ups, and we're working up to 10. Then if we have time, we'll be doing a down ladder. So the faster we move, the more repetitions we can get in. Snatches, sit-ups. All right, boot camp crew, we ready? We're ready. Let's do this. Go. 1 and 1.
Aaron, if you're still feeling your low back with this one, I'd probably switch it to like a squat press. That way you don't have to come downwards. But also same thing here, try to keep that weight as close to your body as you can, bring it up. If you're way out here, that's a lot of pressure in your low back. So keep it as close as possible, like it's grazing your leg.
Now 2 and 2. And if you can't come all the way up in that sit-up, no problem. Come up as high as you can. Come up as far as you can. Now we're at 3 and 3. Now you want to get a straight line pull with that weight. We did those hang cleans where we stopped at the shoulder. With our snatches, we're going straight up overhead using that shoulder strength, shoulder mobility. Some ab and core work. Four, 4. And with this start position, make sure you're getting those hips down. Keep progressing on. 5 and 5. Keep a good brace on the core. Down into that squat. Gonna reduce that pressure on the low back. Keep going, keep going. Try to keep a good rhythm with your breathing too. Here, as you're going down into that start position, inhale. As you're lifting up, exhale. Same, inhale, exhale. Same as with those sit-ups. As you're reclining back, inhale. As you're going into that sit-up, exhale. Try to use that as momentum. Contract those abs hard. I'm on to 8s. Crazy 8s. On to 9-9. With 10s, we're reaching the top of that ladder. All right, I reached the top of the ladder. I don't know if we'll have enough time to go all the way back down. We might have to save that one for another workout. Kelly, you made it to the top of the ladder.
Made it.
All right.
Barely.
Yeah, I don't think we'll have enough time to climb back down the ladder. We might have to save that one.
Contribution.
We might have to save that one for another workout. But boy, that was fun.
I'm dripping. So much sweat.
Mr. Asty, Brian, what weight were you using?
I had 55s for my deadlift, 35s for all the other ones.
Yeah, I got this one. You see it?
Oh, yay!
And I lifted it. I go all the way up and down, man. I never thought I could do it.
Yay! Virtual high five.
I'm getting strong. High five.
Super strong, Priscilla.
Thank you.
Cool down time, Brian? Or are we doing our last part?
1 minute commandos.
Alright.
Our commandos, we're alternating from our push-up position or high plank down to our low plank, back up. One minute, as many times as you can. 3, 2, 1, go!
Drop to your knees too. Or you can elevate yourself. There's always a way to do it.
Two, one, time. I got 25 in.
I failed to count.
All right, let's get some big arm circles. Loosen up those shoulders. Backward. Across our chest, out wide. Up and down. Doing the wave. And now alternating our knee pull up to our chest. Switching to our ankle pull. Pulling our heel.
Stand for a peg.
And then let's take our right arm across our chest. And then reposition that hand a little bit higher, like you're coming around, trying to touch your upper back. Back into that stretch. And let's switch it up. Take that other arm across. And then reposition a little bit higher, like you're reaching to touch your upper back. Back into that stretch. Then let's reach one arm up, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Opposite hand, reach down towards the floor. Now with that top hand, drop it behind your head. With your opposite hand, grab that elbow, pull it back and across. And now eyes up, chin up. All right, good. Other arm, other hand up, fingertips up. Opposite hand reaching down towards the floor. With that top hand, drop that hand behind your head. With your opposite hand, grab that elbow, pull it back and across. Eyes up, chin up. Now, let's take that up arm around our back. With your opposite hand, grab that wrist, pull it over, and lean your head over to that side. And now let's switch directions into that stretch. Pull it over, lean your head over to that side. let's interlock those fingers behind our back and start to lift those arms up. Let's go into our forward fold stretch, keeping those arms behind and back. Enter or release those hands, come around, interlock, reach it down. And let's come up out of that stretch. One big step into our lunge, dropping that back knee down. The same side as that down knee, reach that arm up. Let's switch it up. Other foot forward, down into that lunge. Same side arm as that down knee, let's reach it up. As we come out of that stretch, let's cross one foot over, above the knee, sit it back down. Into that stretch. And then switch it up. All right, that's all the stretches I have. Kelly, have any more stretches for them?
No, I think you hit everything.
All right, boot camp crew. Ooh, awesome job today. Way to
crush this one.
Way to crush it. Hope you enjoyed the workout. Stay hydrated.
Go, Jackie.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian. Yes, thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Yes. Awesome.